These are the plaintiffs, Dilfuza Nuradinova and Feruza Rustamova. Dilfuza says she agreed to move into an apartment the defendant, a broker, was renting. And the sneaky guy rented her the place before the people living there moved out. Move-in day came and went. And then another move-in day, then another. Soon it became obvious the defendant was having problems getting them out. She decided to look elsewhere, and the scammer defendant refuses to return her very hard-earned $2,500, so she's suing. This is the defendant, Sam. He says the plaintiff agreed to rent an apartment, paid him his fee, and then 3 weeks later tried to back out of the deal. The law's on his side. Because he spent time finding her a suitable place, she can't just change her mind on a whim, and he's gonna get to keep his money. He's accused of being a big delayer.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiffs say the defendant, a real estate broker, double-crossed them by renting them a place before the prior tenants moved out. But the defendant says the plaintiffs just got cold feet. It's the case of Get Real.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Dilfuza Nuradinova?
Yes, it's my mom.
Okay. You are suing Sam. You've asked to be referred to only as Sam, not use your last name or not use your realty. You're a broker?
Yes.
Okay. For $2,500, the amount that you gave in a security deposit that you feel you are entitled to have returned.
That's
All
right.
right. You'll be speaking for your mom?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened?
Actually, we found this guy from website Zillow.com. He showed us this condo. We went to pay that Brooklyn. And then when we went to see the condo, he showed us everything.
When did you go see it?
It was November 23rd.
November 23rd.
The first time we went to see the condo. And then he told us to bring the security deposit, $2,500.
And when were you going to move in?
We said we had to move in from until December 25th.
December.
Yeah,
Okay, so you said to him that you had to move in when?
December 25th.
On Christmas Day?
Yeah,
So you were going to move in on Christmas Day?
yeah. Actually, we did move in on Christmas Day to another apartment.
Okay. And why did you have to move in? That's such a weird time to...
It's just we had time until that to move out from the old apartment.
Okay, but when was your rent going to begin? January 1st or December 25th?
January 1st, I guess.
Okay, so did you sign a lease when
No,
you
we
get...
didn't sign the lease.
Okay,
Due
so
to-
there's nothing in writing.
No, nothing.
All right, what happens? What goes wrong?
Then there were still people living there, and then we went to talk to them, and this guy said
When did you go talk to him?
November 23rd.
November 23rd. When were those people supposed to move out?
They were waiting for the closing date from the bank, and it was
For their own place, because
Yeah.
they were buying a place.
They were
Right,
buying
but
a
had
place.
had this side told you those folks will be out by X date? Yes or no?
he didn't tell me the
So you were
exact
just
date.
getting nervous because they
Yeah.
weren't out. All right, go on.
So we didn't see the landlord, and then he said the landlord will be there in his office on November 25th. We went to his office.
Wait, what did you go on November 25th there for?
To pay the security deposit.
Okay, so when did you say, I want my money back?
I told him after November 28th.
November 28th?
Yeah,
How come you wanted your money back?
because it wasn't still clear that they were gonna move out, and the landlord didn't
But
sign the
between
lease.
November 28th and December 25th, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of days for them to move out.
No, because the landlord said he wasn't gonna sign the lease until the date was clear that they were gonna move out.
Oh,
The
so
date
the
wasn't
landlord
clear.
of this place wouldn't provide you with a lease.
Yeah,
And you were supposed to get a lease.
yeah. we
And
were
so he
sup-
didn't want to give you a move-in date because he wasn't sure when the person was going to move
Yeah.
out.
That's right.
Okay. What's going on?
Okay, what happened is that they came to my office requesting an apartment that I had advertised online. We happened to have a tenant still living in the apartment. He was buying a house, and his closing date wasn't settled yet, but he was going to move before the end of the month, guarantee.
Well,
And
then if
then
he was, why didn't you just present her with a lease to sign?
landlord did not want to sign a lease until he gets an actual date from the guy.
That's because he's
And
worried that the guy's
and
not going to
Exactly,
leave.
because if he signed the lease, he'll be buying to the lease.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
If the guy, if something
So
happens,
he doesn't want to be bound, but you won't give her back her money? They've got to be bound, but the landlord doesn't want to be bound. I
Yeah,
mean,
he no. He does not want to be bound to a lease unless he gets an exact date when the guy is moving. But the guy said he's going to move by the end of the month.
Did he?
Under any circumstances, yes.
Did you re-rent the place?
I didn't. He did on his own.
The landlord did.
Yeah.
When did the new tenant?
I have no idea. I didn't have an exclusive on the property.
So you collected $2,500
we
from them?
collected $2,500 as a security deposit.
But then you kept it.
Well,
And what'd you keep it for?
What happened is that they liked the apartment. They were gonna take the apartment. We did all the work. We met with the landlord.
What are you talking about? Stop. They liked an apartment, and then you did none of the work because other than introduce them to show them the place, the landlord wouldn't provide a lease, which is what they wanted.
You know, one second. There's a lot of work.
No, there's not.
There is.
No, you have one job. Get them a rental. That's your job.
No,
That's what you get to
more.
keep your fee for. The fact that you show them and had all that doesn't matter. If the landlord will not give you a lease for them to send, then you haven't earned your fee. There has to be something for them to do. They can't do anything. They give you $2,500 as a security deposit that you don't even pay to the landlord. You pocket it. Can I see your contract with them that obligates them to pay you a realtor fee?
Article 12A of the real property law established, and number A, if the meeting of the mind had been established, which is the meeting with the landlord and accepting the
let
documents.
me explain to you what a meeting of the minds is. It's a contract. Meeting a landlord is not a contract. Meeting of the minds means both sides have a contract. There's no contract here. But I want to see your contract with them that says that they are going to pay you the realtor fee.
I don't have it on me.
So the defendant conveniently forgets the contract he says obligates the plaintiffs to pay. You buying that?
That's really sketchy. Like, that's way too convenient for them to just forget it.
Is it really sketchy? Is it really sketchy?
Of course it is.
Is it super sketchy?
Super sketchy.
It's super duper sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, going inside the courtroom.
Do you have a contract with them?
No.
I have a contract with them. There's no contract, it's application. It's a known fact that when you find them an apartment as
So there's no
broker-
contract. It's just a known fact.
Yes.
Which is it?
Yes.
Is it that it's a known fact?
It's a
or
known
is it-
fact, Don.
Okay, so you don't have a contract.
I don't have it on me.
No, do you have a contract in your office?
I have it in my office, but I don't have it on
So
me.
it's not just a known fact. You actually have something where they
It's
agree.
not a contract, it's an application. It's
Well,
just
then
an
that doesn't
application.
what about the application would entitle you to a $2,500 fee?
They
Is that in
agree
the
to
application?
They agree to pay the commission at that time of
Verbally
the apartment.
or in writing?
Verbally.
Oh, so you don't have a contract on a
No,
$2,500?
There is no contract.
By
We
the
don't
way-
sign
okay.
contracts.
No, who signs contracts? I just do this all day long.
We don't sign a
Nobody
contract.
signs. All right, let me ask you a question. Did you ever agree to pay him a $2,500 fee?
No, we talked with him verbally and as saying I was gonna pay him $2,000, not $2,500.
Okay. All right. So
He
now
agreed.
here we, and that's for finding you a place, right?
Yeah.
Not for not finding you a place,
But
because
Yeah,
he
finding
doesn't
a
provide
place,
you a
of
lease,
course.
so you don't know when to move. On what planet do you think that you are going to keep their $2,500?
I wasn't going to keep the $2,500.
But when were you going to pay it back? Because it's February.
No. What happened is that I told him, okay, you can meet me in my office, but I was out of town. So
No, he wasn't.
what happened is that they start sending me like really bad, nasty messages. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be within the limits of the law, and I'm going to keep the $2,500.
You look like garbage right now. No, seriously, it's not funny. I don't know why you're laughing. You
I'm
look
not laughing.
horrible. You look like a predator. You look like someone who could care less that this family is out $2,500. You pocket it when you haven't earned it. You pocket it when you have no right to it. You pocket it when you can't prove you have a right to it. And your answer is, I was going to make them chase me for it.
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to. It's obvious from everything you did say.
That was not
we
my
have a name
intention.
for
That
that.
was
We
not my
call them
intention.
thieves. Give them back their money, $2,500 plus your court costs.
Thank you.
The defendant. Wow.
Some case, huh?
Yeah.
I don't believe that, that they, I was initially going to give them their money anyway, but because of the language they used with me, I decided to do what I did.
Don't you feel a little guilty about keeping their money?
It's not about feeling guilty. It's just about that.
Don't you feel a little ashamed you kept their money and didn't give them an apartment to live in?
No, the apartment was there. They just couldn't wait. They just couldn't wait. That's the only thing. They could have waited a couple of more days.
Don't you feel a little ashamed about the way you handle this?
No, I'm not.
You still think you're entitled to keep that money?
Absolutely.
You really do?
Yes.
You sure? Is that the last thing you want to say before you walk out?
100%.
All right, so
Right. I had all the text messages that he didn't want to pay me back. So
what are you giving him money for without anything in writing and any contract with them?
I trusted him. Like he said he would
Okay.
show me. I mean, talk with the landlord.
So we go to the next question, which is, so what have you learned? What lesson have you learned here?
Not to be trusted.
Not to
Not to trust people.
not to trust people? All right, so where are you living now?
America.
Huh?
Well, actually.
Yeah, got a good place to live?
Yeah.
You found a decent place to live?
Yes, we are.
Okay, Harvey?
I got to tell you something. Realtors have to pass a test, and there are good ones and there are bad ones. They all get licensed by the state. If you're really having a problem with an unethical realtor, what you should do is you should find out the licensing board, contact the licensing board, file a complaint. When a couple of complaints are filed against them, they suddenly find God.